Hello, good morning, everybody. It is January 8th, somewhat of an overcast and snowy morning here in Toronto. I want to welcome everybody for getting up morning, afternoon, wherever you're from. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for your time. Part of this journey to becoming an artist was this stream I have going on here, and getting up every morning and holding myself accountable, and then you folks, my viewers, holding me accountable when I miss a stream. You guys are kind enough to message me. What's going on? Where were you? What happened to stream? I was looking forward to it. I kind of need that kind of motivation where we kind of hold each other accountable. So I did miss last week's stream, a bit of a cold, but recovering as usual. Probably too much partying over the Christmas holidays, but I'm back. I'm glad you're up and you're watching this stream live with me. I do upload it on YouTube, and I'm probably most of the viewers watch it on YouTube. But if you can have the self-discipline to get up every morning with me and draw, I do encourage it. I think part of being an artist is forming habits and developing a discipline, long-form concentration, especially if you're doing it at a professional level where you need to be drawing 8 to 10 hours a day. This is a great start to a journey for that. It's not a full-on, full-time degree or anything, but getting up and watching your artists draw and drawing with them, I think, is key to being a successful artist and developing that self-discipline. So, enough of me preaching. Let's begin. We're going to be doing portraits today, which is one of my weaknesses. And yet another lesson. I try to tackle on my weaknesses head on. If I find myself lacking in certain skills, I focus more on it. So that's another part of being, I think, the journey to being an artist. Focusing on your weaknesses and trying to improve it, taking it head on. And here we are. Well, I really appreciate your time for joining me this morning. Let us begin. We're going to do 4 portrait studies, 30 minutes. They're 30 minutes long. There's no warm-ups. I'm going to start cold with the first portrait, which is always a mess, which is fine. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're just warming yourself up. And then you have the other 3 portraits to kind of slowly fade into it and let your muscles kind of warm up and develop as you draw through the hours. Just like a engine, your brain in your hand needs some fine-tuning and warming up. Hello, Vicho Friedi, if I'm pronouncing that right. Thanks for joining us. Let us begin with the portrait studies. Like I said, take your time. If you just need to focus on proportions, do that for the first pose. But don't worry about, I don't really get into shading and whatnot too much, not in 30 minutes. I'm really just trying to square down on the Loomis method and proportions really at this stage of my art career. Okay. Let us begin. Okay. So 30 minutes on the clock has started. Let's begin here. This is, what I do is I have a large collection of portrait files, and I just upload them into a folder, and then my little quick pose software kind of selects them randomly, so I don't really control which portraits are coming up in sequence. I do control which portraits are in the database, but not in the sequence, so this one definitely threw me off here. So let's begin. I might go quiet once in a while. Forgive me for that. That's probably a good thing. I'm probably just getting into the flow of things, as they say. Now I'm trying to figure out what always throws me off is just trying to figure out how much of the portrait I want to include. And I already feel like I'm using too much, too darker of a brush, but we'll stick with it. Let's do this, folks. If you're new to portraits and you're finding that 30 minutes is too long of a session, my suggestion would be just draw different variations of it, or draw it multiple times where you're just drawing the basics of it. Remember, her head is at an angle here, a slight angle, tilted right. If you notice that very subtle tilt. I might get into layers. I might get into layers. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. Probably off at the head, I can tell already. Like I said, don't be too hard on yourself. This is a very expressive portrait pose, the first one of the day, but if anything, think of it as a warm-up, not a... Do not assess your art skills based on a difficult portrait pose first thing in the morning. That's a road you don't want to go down. I might be a little off with the proportions here, but that's okay. And because the eyes kind of scrunch up, the Loomis method kind of difficult to assess here from the top of the eyebrow. She is tilted downward as well. You can tell that the top eyebrow does not link up exactly at a horizontal line with the top of the ear. So let's see if we can do this. I might have to widen the face a bit. Let's see. This music player is not agreeing with me today, but one thing at a time. I'm trying to fix my line weight here. This is I knew this thing was gonna throw me off, but I just hope it doesn't hope this pose just doesn't discourage me. That's all. Because I know it's gonna be difficult to get it right. There we go. Got the eyebrows, but I'm gonna have to definitely adjust parts of the nose and stuff. Switch to a lighter brush. Just because I want to nail down the proportions first before. I love the curvature and the lines of those lips. I mean, you can really do some beautiful line weight work there. You want to experiment. See if you can just get the outer lips in 1 or 2 lines. If you can do that, you've it'll add so much dimension to it, as opposed to like a bunch of sketchy lines like I'm doing now. Okay. Still doesn't feel right. One thing I've noticed when I'm watching some of the more veteran YouTube artists is when they're putting down a stroke, they have the patience to just hold on to it. I don't know, it's tough to explain, but they're not putting down like a ton of sketchy little lines. They're just gently working on the same line, but kind of lifting the pen up, going back up and down, with the consistency and pressure that they have of that specific line they're putting down is very consistent. So I'm not sure how to explain it. Even they really don't explain it. I think it just comes with time. It's like a very cerebral skill. We're at 20 minutes. I think I got most of the head in here. Because I'm right-handed, right to left, like this comes very smooth to me. What I need to work on is the left to right, which, you know, I should probably just be practicing. Which is what I'm struggling with at the moment with that collar. Hair, I wouldn't even know where to begin, so I'm not going to. I'm just gonna give it a light shade here and hope for the best. I think what I'm really gonna focus on here is the eyes, nose here. mind, if you put down too many lines, you're gonna start confusing yourself. I found this very early on in my drawing career. If the lines get too much and too sketchy, you end up just basically confusing your own brain. That's another something I'm aware of, and I'll go back and destroy a complete part of the painting just because there's too many lines and it's starting to confuse me. So, one of the many thousands of things to be very aware of as an artist. Because that's why you have to give, come to think of it, credit to the Impressionist painters, because they just put down, like a Monet, so they just used to put down 10,000 strokes, and how you keep track of that and playing that is pretty crazy. I do feel these lips aren't exactly right. I might come back to it. A little higher curve there. They might have to be wider. We'll see. I do love that little gloss on it. I mean, if I was doing any kind of coloring and painting, that would be a must. Notice like the that little the nose bridge kind of naturally connects right into that eyebrow. It kind of fuses together, which is another level of difficulty. Especially if you're using something traditional as the Loomis method. I think those methods are good when you're learning to draw, but they really go out the window. The templates, Loomis or Hampton or Bridgman, they really go out the window when reality kicks in and you really see how people's faces are different. But maybe that's what they're designed for, just to be strictly beginner templates and not to be taken too highly. We're at 15 minutes in. I am way behind schedule here, but that's okay. I'm warming up. I kind of feel like I've kind of warmed up a bit already, and I'm ready to go, but I really want to nail down the eyebrows because I believe they're essential for trying to get the full portion of the face. But I'm taking my time. I think one of the things I've really learned is to just take my time. If I don't finish, that's okay. Learn from it. And I've noticed, and you probably notice this if you're a regular watcher of my streams, the speed comes naturally. The 10-minute gesture poses I used to do, I never used to be able to finish. Now I find myself essentially finished and doing teeny tones and shading and whatnot, which I never thought was possible within a 10-minute dynamic. So might zoom in for the eyes just because there's so much detail. Notice that the top eye of the top of the eye socket is touching the eyebrow on the left eye. There's no gap. Like Loomis will tell you to put a little gap there, a lip, but because she scrunched up her face like that and the tension is there, it's completely gone. So it's another thing to keep aware of. Getting that eye socket curvature is yet another challenge. Yet another challenge. Color would be very helpful here, but we're not gonna have time for that. I should use a thinner brush here. I might do that, I don't know. You can actually see the lighting in the eye. I don't know how big your screen is. At home, you can actually see the LED circular light in the eye reflection, which adds some dynamic to it. Not sure why I left doing the eye and went back to the lip. It's just, I guess, something you probably find yourself doing. Leaving an area and then just coming back to it. I'm gonna fix the lips because the tongue. Look at the texture of the tongue. That's beautiful. I don't think I'll be able to capture it, but it's got this very slimy look to it. I think on a technical level, I'm not there yet to try and pull that off. We're down to the last 10 minutes. Let's see if I can get this other eye in, and I think that'll kind of make up the pose here. The eyelashes are another technicality, which is going to be tricky. When you start getting into details like that, I think it really comes down to testing your patience and your discipline with your hand. Because you don't want to rush into it. Sit back, assess it. The truth here is that I should really, now that I have the basics down, I should really be switching to a finer brush for details. If you're one of the more seasoned artists here, you've probably done that already. But we'll see. Trying to get very basic shading in here. We're approaching the 5-minute mark, so do what you gotta do. I'm just fooling around with the brush stroke size, the angle. Trying to keep things soft and subtle until I'm confident to really put down some harder strokes here. Okay. Let's fix some things up here. Let's do some... I got 4 minutes and I'm just kind of debating where to go next. But, I think I'm gonna do some details. We have to. I think I'm avoiding it. I'm procrastinating here. Let's get some darker lines in here. I should really be zooming in for this, but don't really have time for it. Go back and forth, back and forth. If I was doing a nice study, then yeah. I definitely buggered up the eyebrows. I'm not to help myself with that. That's okay. Let's see if we can get the get a little bit of pupils in here, you know? definitely adds some depth to the eyes there. Down to 3 minutes. I think she's coming together. Let's see if we can just add some depth to that nose. Let's see if we can. That stroke doesn't feel right, but I'm just gonna stick with it. That is a hard shadow under the nose, but when I draw it, honestly, folks, it doesn't look right. But I have to live with that. We're down to $1.40. I'm not gonna bother with the teeth. Doesn't seem right. Plus, there are more important things. There we go. Trying to get some resemblance of the ear here. We're down to 50 seconds. Let's wrap it up, folks. Whether you're completely engrossed in the painting or you're just kind of observing, we gotta wrap it up. Okay. Not bad. The lips, I think, needed some work. Maybe just squeezed in a bit and thinner lips, just so there's more space for the tongue and the teeth. And I definitely need to work on the eyes just a bit. Maybe that right eye isn't as open as I would have expected it to be, but always nice to do a little post-mortem on your drawing. We'll see if it's a study. Okay. Well. Hello, Emma Stone. Let's begin. Good start to the morning. I'm quite happy with the first portrait. Let us, I mean, face-wise, she's easier than the previous portrait we did, but the hair creates another dynamic here, so best of luck, folks. Getting that perfect curvature of the jawbone is always, I feel, the trickiest part of the face. It's such a subtle curvature. But I think I got it. I'm trying to put very light lines down so I can cover it up as we go. Once again, take your time. You want to kind of relax a bit. You don't have to jump right into it. You can even skip this session. I know when I started drawing, it was holding my concentration for an hour was very difficult. Now I find myself being able to do 2 hours, which is nice. Trying to figure out the proportions here before I commit to any hard lines. Hello, good morning, petty bourgeoisie. I'm sorry, my French accent is not. Glad you got up this morning to join us. You're welcome to dive right in. I shouldn't assume you just joined us. Maybe you've been with us all along. Trying to commit to the darker lines. Just trying to get rid of all the discard some lines so I don't confuse myself later on. think looking at it side by side, the jawbone definitely needs work. It needs to be sharper, and so I'm gonna try and fix that. Like I said, that's one of the things I just struggle with, is trying to get that jawbone nice and smooth. Don't want to spend too much time there. We want to kind of focus a bit on the facial details, so let us do so. Now, if you're once again following the Loomis method, things get tricky because you have no ear to sync it with. So this is where things get tricky. I'm just getting shapes in right now, but I'd like to go back and actually use the brushstroke direction to develop the eyes itself. I'm definitely gonna have to fix that for sure. Like that. See if we can shortcut this. The eye is almost touching the hair, and I'm just trying to keep aware of that. And the other thing is the eyebrow is too far out here. Let's see if we can. Whoop. There we go. I will be fixing this eyebrow. Past the 20-minute mark, so I feel like I'm going a little slower than the previous portrait, which is interesting. Okay. I have to make do with that fact. I'm gonna see if I can. Now I know a lot of people copy paste the eyes, especially digital wise. You can just copy, invert, paste, but like I said, if you're doing that professionally, it's probably what you should do to save time. But I'm in the learning stages and I really want to develop my hand-eye coordination. So I don't go that direction. Just doing a little assessment here. Like I said, I'm not particularly in a rush. And I already know what the problem is. I got this eyebrow. Just needs to come up a bit. There we go. Okay. You'll notice there is some a little bit of shading around the nose there. And I really have to be careful with this because I put too many strokes down. And it's kind of ruined the flow of the shading of the nose. But I'll leave it. It might be too dark already, I'm feeling. We'll leave it for now though. We're at the 15-minute mark. Time is going by way too fast for this one. Way too fast for this one. Anyways, it is what it is. I think the nose needs to be a little wider on the bottom end there. But we'll stick with it. bottom lip just a little bigger. This is the tricky part. Not too big, but there's some very rough lines I'm not too happy with, but I'm gonna commit to some harder lines here. We only got 10 minutes to go. Where things get really tricky. The eyes are just so important when it comes to portraits. It's amazing how much they can make and break a portrait. Like justice will not be done with this portrait. Yeah, that didn't come out right. There's a lot going on with that eye, with those eyes. The light kind of interfering with the coloring of the pupils. So I'm not gonna try and tackle it. Let's duck it up just a bit. We're down to a few minutes left, 8 minutes. And I thought I was gonna go into this portrait with a little more confidence, and speed, but in fact, I feel like I achieved less. Every instinct in my body is telling me to hurry up. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna take my time here. I really have to be careful with the eyebrows here. I'm not gonna have time to actually use brushstroke direction to develop them properly, which is what I wanted to do, but They are off a bit. This one should be a little higher, but it's okay. There we go. Just gonna. We're down to 6 minutes. I do want to fix the jawline because the line work around the jaw is hideous. I do want to fix that, but I think I know what's wrong here. Let's see if we can quickly remedy this. Just a little in a bit, maybe. Kinda looks like her now. Yes, no, maybe so. Anyways. You notice that little shadow, cast shadow over the hair onto the face. I'd like to spend time on the hair itself, but I'm not going to be able to do that. We have some depth starting to form, which is nice. I still feel a little too dark around the cheeks. Let's see if we can reverse some of the damage here. Might be able to. Bring it up a bit more. Kinda works. Okay, 2 minutes left. I'm going to see if I can fix the line work around the jaw, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I might be able to not redraw the line, but just make it more subtle. Oof. Still too thick. Like the line weight around the jaw shouldn't be so thick. It needs to be ever so subtle. And I might be able to achieve this here. Looks like it. Makes a big difference, doesn't it? I always feel like when I'm doing the line work with the jaw, it needs to be very subtle. We're down to a minute. Let's see if I can kind of increase the subtlety here. What do you folks think? Better? No? Makes no difference? We're down to the last 20 seconds. Yeah, like hair is something I'm gonna have to take a long time to tackle. Okay, 5 seconds. We did it, folks. We did it. Emma Stone. Ooh, that was rough. I really wanted to focus on the eyes more, but it was coming together. There was some depth. Okay. Now, the first portrait of the day that is male and that is not looking directly at us. I'm just gonna stretch my fingers out here. Don't worry, I'm still alive. You don't see anything on the screen. Do not panic. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Sorry, folks, I'm just trying to square out my brush settings. I like to change things up a bit, but I generally like to stick to just a handful of brushes. Okay, let's do this. That's a gorgeous jawline. Now the question is, am I going to put the same rough line work I did, or am I going to learn from my mistake and just keep a very, very, very subtle jaw stroke here? Line weight for the jaw. Let's see if I can pull this off. Dilemma I have is I put the line weight too light. You folks can't see it at home, because I like to use light, very light lines and then work my way darker. But I go too light in the beginning. You don't see it at home. There we go. coming together. Keep in mind he's tilted downward a bit. Something to just keep an eye on. Dynamics going on here. I'm just looking at the ear here. I'm trying to use it as a reference. Got a little lightning bolt earring. Okay. I think I've nailed it down. I just have to be careful not to put too many hard lines down. Working on that collarbone because it's going to be a big part of I think we got it, folks. The outline is done. I think we got it. Safe to say I'm a little ahead of schedule here. Always good. We're not down to the 20-minute mark, and I have the outline done, so I think I'm going a little faster with this pose. Hopefully you folks at home having the same luck as me. Not gonna do too much of the detail with the hair, but just gonna add some shading just so it gives me the reference points I need. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna get right into the face here. He's tilted downwards a bit so you can see the top of the ear should be coming down at an angle. And then there you have your eyebrow, if I'm correct. That might be a little too much. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe there. Let's see. I can always adjust it as needed. It does feel a little off. Maybe there. Yeah, let's do that. I forgot this model has a bit of a eyebrow design here. You can subtly notice it, very subtly. Just adding some very thin lines here. Yeah, bro. Okay. Now the difficult part, obviously everybody knows, the eye socket. Pull this off. Okay, it didn't come out so bad. Right? I'm gonna add some hard lines in there, don't worry folks if you can't see it at home. I'm just very not confident to put some hard lines down for this portrait, or portraits in general, until I can get a little more experience with them. I like to put a couple of soft lines down, get the proportions right, and then come back to it and put the hard lines down. Which is kind of why I have great respect for painters who don't even, you know, you see the painters on YouTube who don't put any kind of sketching or any kind of pencil line work down. They just straight dip the brush in the paint and just go right at it, and that's always remarkable to see. I took a painting class, and even then I was drawing a little bit of pencil straight onto the canvas, as most newbies like myself do. But our professor was he just stuck that brush right into the paint, mixed it around, and plop right onto the canvas. So pretty incredible skill set. I already know like the nose and the mouth are a little big, so let's reduce that a bit. I do have some fixing to do, but we're not gonna. We got 15 minutes, so. If you're new and you're expecting color and some really great shading and stuff, folks, I hate to disappoint you. I'm really not there right now, my artistic skill. Right now, I'm just really focusing on line work, line weight, and proportion. I've been drawing black and white for a year now. Almost a year. I started last August, officially. And I haven't even touched color. It just shows you, like, how crazy art is. Crazy complicated it can be. That's also, I think, how ambitious you are and all that stuff too, right? You really want to get straight into like anime and high contrast coloring and yeah, get right into it. There's got a steep learning curve. But I just really want to learn the basics before I get there. Also, while I'm learning this, I'm also learning a lot about Photoshop. So, there is that. I'm just trying to figure out how to get that mustache in without screwing things up. Maybe I'll just use brushstroke correction. That might help with just tempering out the hair there. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that looks a little too clean. See, stubble is so hard to get. I'll leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I do want to get that nice shadow, cast shadow in. How are we gonna do this? Let's do it like that. Yes. It's just gonna be one solid brushstroke. Like that. Two solid brushstrokes. Time to get into some harder lines here, folks, and commit. It's time to commit to some harder lines. Let's do that. Let's commit. Let's do it. Don't ask me why I started with the nose. Don't ask me. We got 10 minutes. I think we're officially past the layout stage, and we're now into the shading stage of the pose. do? For some reason with this portrait, I'm having difficulty committing to harder lines. But I have to do it. There we go. The eye does not feel right. I think I need to adjust it a little more. Yeah, like that. Felt it was too big. A little better. There we go. I'll give it a little, the iris in there. There we go. This requires a certain confidence to commit to these lines. Let's do it. Down to the last 10 minutes. Just doing some adjustments here. See if it kind of works a bit. There we go. Hope I didn't screw it up too much. Let's see. A little better? Looks a little more like them. Yeah. Let's commit. Let's commit to some harder lines here, folks, so you can see it at home. I'm gonna try. I really have to slow down with these lines. Take it easy, Hex. Take it easy. Should I do the earring? Can I try it? Let's do it. A little bit of a lightning bolt. Not bad. Not the best, but not bad either. There we go. Notice this here is just slightly above the other side because of his head tilt. Oof. I used too strong of a line weight there. It's coming together. I'm just trying to add some chaos to that eyebrow because it's so... I mean, it's technically hair, I'm sure, by all scientific methods, but it's a very fuzzy hair. It's not thick. There we go. Add a little. My bad. Got carried away there. See if we can just add some more definition here. We're at 2 minutes. So, sorry I couldn't get more done, folks. Even I'm starting to get a little, anxious on how this is going to turn out, because I'm really liking it. But, with the time constraint, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. some very subtle strokes. Just thinking how to do this. Okay, well, just stick with it. Yeah, I think I could have done a lot better here, but we only got a minute left. So. Just gonna attempt some last minute definition here because we're not gonna be able to get it all in. I'll have to make do with this. 18 seconds. Let's wrap it up. I really wanted to do more. I was really enjoying this portrait. But we are on a timer. The proportions were close. Not where I wanted them to be, but pretty close. Okay, this is the last portrait of the day. You're welcome to do more than just the portrait. You're welcome to do the torso as well if you want. Sorry, the upper body. I mean, there's a lot to work with here in 30 minutes, but I say that only because I'm so tempted to draw those fingers and hands, but this is a portrait study, so I'm not gonna do it. We'll save it for Wednesday and Friday's stream when I'm doing the figure and gesture. So we'll just stick to the head for now and see where it comes up. Have fun, everybody. The last 30 minutes. Time has started. Good luck. You know what? I might just do it. I don't know. I'm feeling brave. But 30 minutes to 30 minutes. Time is of the essence. Might have gone a little too big here. Let's see if we can. I love that jawline. I'm really liking that jawline. Maybe something like that. Very subtle cheekbone that kind of cuts across there. Yep. So there we are. See if we can just narrow this down. Get the eyes in there. Like right there. Realized something. This video might get flagged. She's not wearing anything at the top. We'll see. She is covered up, but YouTube and Twitch can be very fickle sometimes. They can be very, 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 very fickle. And I can tell already the jaw's completely off, so we're gonna fix that. There. Let's see if that works. I think I know what's wrong. I think it's the angle's all off. Let's try that again. There we go. It was the eye angle that was off. So let's see if I can remedy that. There we go. Maybe even higher at an angle. I'm not sure. No, I'm gonna stick with this. I can always change it later, but I think the angle was off. There is like a very subtle hair, kind of frizzy hair, but I don't know if I'll be able to really tackle that in 30 minutes. I think I got the three-dimensionality of the image portrait down. Now I just need to move on. See if I can do that. The line work of this jaw is going to be very tricky because there's so many planes of shadows and underlight and reflective light. I mean, it's beautiful to draw, but I'll have to take a couple of ganders at it. A couple of goes. There we go. And then the hair. Just thinking how to do this properly. Right? Yeah, I think that's the most natural looking. Interesting. How are we doing on time? We're still over the 10-minute under the 10-minute past time, so not bad. I shouldn't be shading in hair right now. Not practical to do so until all the hard lines are down, but here I am. That's more like to go. I'm struggling with this hairline. Why? Pretty straightforward. It may be the eyebrow that's throwing me off. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just noticing that gap between this right eyebrow and the hair. There isn't a lot of gap. So Let's see what I'm doing wrong. I know I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it, folks. Yeah, I think it's the ear I messed up. Let's see, that goes there. That goes there. And then we have the ear here. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to leave it at that. Okay, I know what's wrong. There's a lot going on here, and I'm kind of confusing myself, but I think I just have to move up this jawline. That's the bottom line here. There. And then here. What we have a problem with this stuff is not connecting. Try that again. Here we go. I think what I was struggling with is connecting that jawline to that ear, which I'm not too happy about still, but I'm so tempted to do the hand and the fingers, but we're not going to do it. Starbucks been quiet, or probably in the zone. In the zone here. It feels weird today because I thought I'd make things would go easier as I'm doing the portrait run, but I seem to stumble along here as we do every portrait. The opposite is happening. I'm defying the laws of physics here. It could be just fatigue or something, but I don't know. I feel I'm struggling with these poses as the further we go along and I draw more. I find myself slower. What is going on? There's a lot of interesting cast shadow and stuff here, that's for sure. And the question is, can I pull it off? I'm probably using too dark of a line tool here, paintbrush. But such is life. I really want to nail down the darkness in the nostril and use that darkness as a template to do the rest. That doesn't feel right. Shall we do it again? Let's do it again. The nostrils and the irises, like the really darker spots in the face, kind of end up defining the portrait, so you gotta be really on top of it when you're doing that. Okay. Not gonna lie, it's coming together slowly. Slow and steady wins the game. We're well past the halfway mark, we're at 13 minutes left. But do what you gotta do. Probably wasn't smart to do the eyebrow that dark. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Sometimes the hand just rushes into things before the brain can absorb it. I mean, these eye lines, the eye socket, and the iris, and all the dips are so subtle. Yeah. I think I screwed that up already. Yeah. I'm gonna commit to it. It's okay, I'm gonna commit to it. Question really comes down to now, what can be achieved 10 minutes from here? The lip on her, she's got like a little bubbly nose, and I feel I didn't capture that. Ugh. One of the many things I didn't capture. think that can only be done through proper shading. Okay, we're sticking with it. Using a soft brush digitally, and the problem with that is stuff becomes opaque and transparent, and it has so many advantages, but I know a lot of people use a harder brush, but I feel like the harder brush doesn't has probably a lot more limitations when you get to shading and whatnot. A personal choice, I would say. There's some incredible artists who do great work with just using hard round brushes. And I am not one of those. It's kind of nice. Ooh, that's a little too dark. What just happened there? Okay. Really not liking that. Let's go back up here. Okay, that works. That kind of works, doesn't it? Whoa. Just want to be really subtle with this chin shadowing, shading, and it'll completely ruin the portrait if I don't do it right, I feel. Which kind of did. Here, I have to slow down here. We'll try that again. We're down to 7 minutes. I'm well aware of the time, folks. And I'm not happy. Kinda like the previous pose. I have a nice flow to this pose and I'm about to lose it. Oh well. want to get like the definition out of that cheek and the neckline, but I might not be able to. I'm gonna try though. The shading does seem off. I'll have to fix that. I have to connect, I think, the cheekbone with everything else. And that's gonna be tricky. Try that again. There's like a little cheekbone protrude, like you can see the shadowing there, but I'm just trying to get the tone down right. And I don't think it's gonna happen. I only got 4 minutes left. We'll try though. I have to get the gear together here. Or it's not gonna work out well. Down to the last 2 minutes. Just gonna bring it up a bit for everybody to see at home. She does need some work, but I do what I can do within the 10-minute mark. There we go. see if we can. Whoop, sorry. Do some basic shading in here, but that might be a little too rough. Down to the last 20 seconds. What can I say? Thanks everybody for hanging in there with me. What a rough, started actually pretty good. I thought I was gonna start really cold and just muck up the first portrait we did, but not bad. But what I found out was I'm actually having a harder time as the day goes along, which is the opposite of what's supposed to be happening. Ooh, okay. Wow, we did 2 hours, folks. Thanks everybody for hanging in there with me. Quite a different selection, quite the eclectic change of portraits there, which is always nice. I'll be back Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. I've shifted my stream an hour early just because of classes and work. So once again, thanks for hanging in there with me. Once again, I streamed this in 4K, so you're welcome to grab the still images and compare them and superimpose them and see where you got right and where you got wrong in terms of proportion and line work. But that's pretty much it. I'll end it on that note. Thanks for watching. I will be uploading these files on YouTube and Twitch. Have a great day, everybody.